All right, welcome back to another episode. We appreciate you coming back as always. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Want to thank Adam Chubbuck with TACMD.com. Actually, he's with Douglas Realty. His website is TACMD.com. That's TACMD.com. We want to thank Adam for sponsoring this show. I believe he's been doing this for 2 years with us. I'm shocked he stayed with us because this show's pretty bad. But we want to thank him for doing that.
You're a great salesman, by the way.
I need to stop. I need to be like, we're the greatest on earth. I got to be like everybody else. We're amazing. We're the best.
Best ever.
We have the best words. I really got to figure out how. That's probably why we have no other sponsors, because this is how I present us. Yeah, we're really shit. Nobody's listening. Meanwhile, we probably got we'd be the only people to have 100,000 listeners
and not know it,
and not fucking know. We're that oblivious to this shit. Because I think my last estimate we had 10 to 15,000 per show. I think I've stuck with that estimate for the last 2 years because I don't. I'm sure it's grown. I just don't know. I also don't. I don't want to put the effort in to find out.
I've got a bunch of other stuff to do. So
well, yeah. I don't. But I mean, normally I'd work, but I keep getting furloughed, so it doesn't help. People know where I work. I put that out there. Yeah. People know. But in this episode, but thank you to Adam, by the way. I'm on TACMD.com, TACMD.com. That was that was one of the worst promos I could have done for him.
Sometimes, hey, people always remember the best.
Yeah.
People generally remember the worst.
That's very true.
People don't remember the middle.
That's also true.
So,
I should do shitty ad reads all the time.
You clanked one off the post. Everyone remembers that.
Yeah. Trust me, if I do a bad job, I'll hear about it in October when he goes on the golf trip with us.
Yeah.
Because he was fun to go golfing with. I'll say that. It was an interesting weekend. We never talked about it. I meant to get him and our other buddy Jared on here to talk about that because I told you about the incident, didn't I?
Yeah.
With the lady? Mm-hmm. She was, oh man. Anyway, that's not the purpose of this episode. Although it is going to be somewhat sports related, we're going to talk about the magnificent men's hockey win in the Olympics over those feisty Canadians. In all, I mean, it was probably the Olympic final that probably most hockey fans wanted to see.
Sure, everyone wants to watch that. It's the rivalry in that sport. It's the biggest rivalry in that sport. The two big dogs going at it. The only thing that would be close would be Russia, USA versus Russia.
Russia's hockey's going way down. Or unless that's just my perception.
So we haven't seen them in. This is the second Olympics that they haven't participated in.
That's the other part, man. They got to participate. That's one of the big countries for hockey.
Yeah, and the thing is, no sanctions and this and that. They clearly don't give a shit. So I'd rather see, you're talking a significant portion of the NHL, right? The best hockey in the world.
Yep.
Significant portion of the best players in the world that just aren't there, right? So I would have liked to have seen that. However, they, because of geopolitical issues and this, that, and the other, in parts of the world most people can't point out on the map, they weren't there. So we got, I would say the next best thing, I would say as equal or better thing in the USA-Canada game. So I was down with it. And as a hockey guy, it was the game was awesome.
You couldn't have asked for a better ending.
No.
Well, I wouldn't say ending. A better, I guess game is the right word, right?
Yeah.
Because it was close. Went to overtime.
Yep.
I mean, it had everybody in the edge of their seat.
Sure. I watched it at a bar, and I normally don't. So on the East Coast, it started at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine he knows the manager of a bar. They agreed that they said, hey, if you get enough people, I'll open. He said, oh, I'll get the people. That's not a problem. So they opened the bar up at 8. Went down there. I normally don't watch games I care about at bars. because I get distracted. And I don't watch the game. I just end up bullshitting with my friends. But this was cool because everyone there was motivated to watch the game.
Right.
So it was cool that everyone was there to watch the game, so there was not a lot of chit-chat. Sorry, ladies, a lot of ladies didn't go, which can add to the distraction. The girls that were there were hockey people and there to watch the game, not talk to their friends. There were, I think, a couple people brought kids, but there weren't many. My kids, like if they wanted to go, I would have taken them. But I would have said, hey, boys, you're invested. If you're coming, you're invested. There's no, I want to go home. There's no, give me your phone. There's, you watch the game and shut up. They weren't even awake, so that was not even a problem. But on top of that, they were all knowledgeable hockey fans, too. A lot were hockey players or former players like myself. So it was cool to watch the game with people that wanted to see the game, that knew it well. So there wasn't a bunch of dumb cheering for stuff that you don't cheer for. There was a lot of cheering for stuff that you should, that fans that aren't knowledgeable don't know about. So it was just it was a really good time. And the game, on top of that, it was a great game, and the right team won. So some people would disagree.
One of our friends would disagree.
Yeah. Now, I was pulling for Canada in the games they weren't playing USA because I really mainly because Tom Wilson and Logan Thompson, who played for the Capitals, were both on that team. Now, Logan Thompson didn't play. It was Jordan Binnington, who's a psychopath. And Tom Wilson, who, it's weird, I was like, Tom Wilson's great, and then all of a sudden he's playing against my team, and I freaking hate his guts. And now I see why every other fan in the league hates him who's not a Capitals fan. So, no, great game. There was awesome goaltending. To me, that's the kind of game I want to see. A 2-1 overtime winner, great goaltending. Connor Hellebuck had a save that, it was just like Holtby's save in the 18 Cup run, like we call the save, where, you know, essentially the puck's beating him. He just reaches back and saves it with the paddle of his stick. And that dude, he runs hot and cold. So,
who does he play for?
Winnipeg Jets.
That's why nobody really heard of him.
Right. And that's one of the issues with hockey. Like, there are some of these outposts that, like, who's that? Like, nobody knows these players because they're playing for Winnipeg. You know, it's a city the size of, I'm not sure how many people. It's not a very big city. It's in a remote area.
It's probably got the same amount as Salt Lake City, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. The good thing, I mean, I feel like hockey can strive in smaller cities because I feel like the fan bases are more like soccer fan bases.
Yeah.
Where they're very passionate.
Yeah. And there's also nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, shoot, I would go to a Capitals game if it didn't cost so much damn money.
And the Capitals are the most expensive tickets to get in the league. I think the Rangers tickets are less.
I know. Because I was going to go to a Capitals. We were going to try and go to a Capitals Rangers game, and the tickets were just. I mean, this was years ago, and it was like $75 for the worst seats in the house.
Yeah.
I'm just like, and we've said this before, like with sports being so good on TV now, like you're watching it 1080p, crystal clear, you can see the puck and everything, and like, it's like, do I want to watch it all the way up in the stadium, or do I want to watch it in the comfort of my own home with a better view?
Yeah, more comfortable.
Yeah. And so, and for no money. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know, like some of me wants to go for like the atmosphere. So it's like when you were at the Green Turtle watching the USA men's hockey, and there were hockey fans there, right? So you kind of like, I don't know what the word is. Like you get, it's like a tingle inside.
Yeah.
Like when something good happens and everyone around you is cheering.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's fandom, right? Like you're part of a group of people that are into the same thing you're into, and like it's kind of like what I equated like playoff hockey a little bit. And I wish I could. I don't think it's Darren Pang, but I wish this is the one announcer I wish I knew the name of. He does every hockey playoffs, and that's what I know him from. Mm-hmm. And he's just so into the game.
It's Mike Emmerich.
It could be.
Yeah.
Like, it looked kind of like a high-pitchy guy a little bit. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
Like, he just gets, like, he's a fan who just happens to be announcing the
Yeah.
game. But he gets me into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I feel like if I were at a bar like that watching a game, I'd be more into it there than I would even at.
Yeah.
But you get the same feeling from less people and a better viewpoint. In my
Absolutely.
opinion.
And the food's cheaper and the seats are more comfortable.
Yeah.
So,
right.
But I didn't sit in my seat. So third period, I stood the entire time, and me and another one of my friends we just stood there like hands clenched on the bar, and we'd talk, but like we weren't looking at each other, and I'd sit there and see, and both of us were like, you see a play start to break down, you see a defense break down, we're both like at the same time, and then all of a sudden like there's a big save or someone got their head out of their ass and was able to fix it. When you're watching, because you're both feeding off each other because you're seeing the same stuff and recognizing it. It was cool because there's no kid saying, can you make me a bowl of cereal? Can I go to there? Can someone come over? Like, shut up, kid. I'm watching the game. You should be too. You're failing as an American.
Right.
So, it's weird. A friend of mine went to see, he was in Nashville for work, and they decided, they got on that, they just bought Predators tickets, and I think they paid $75, and they were sitting, 10 rows up from the glass, which is great. I'd rather sit there than on the glass. You can see it better.
I don't like. I got to be above the glass.
Yeah, I think everyone should go to a game and sit on the glass once, just because when you do, hockey's the one sport. Now NBA players will end up but there's a buffer zone. And hockey, there's the boards and the glass. However, they get hit, there's nothing but a half inch of plexiglass separating you from that player and the play, and
it moves.
Yeah, and you can smell them. They spray the ice comes up over the glass and it lands on you. So to me, it's the closest you can get to actually being involved. When they're scrumming for the puck right in front of you, you're pounding on the glass, they're feeling that too. So it's a really cool thing, but to watch the game, the whole game, you got to be up a little bit higher. In any case, $75. Those seats in DC are $200, $300. I mean, I don't even look at those seats because I'm not sitting there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is, all those factors into account. It's great, but the game was great. You'd think it would be a moment of extreme national pride, though, and of course, here it became immediately politicized.
Oh man. Yeah. So I wonder. It became politicized on two fronts. So before that game, you had some Olympians that said, "Well, it's hard to be a fan of the U.S. right now," or "It's hard to be proud of my country right now." Mm-hmm. And of course, the left was like, "Yeah, say it, use your platform," and the right's like, "Oh god,"
and they're like, "Shut up and skate,"
right?
Or, "Shut up and whatever you do."
And then, of course, USA Hockey wins, and the guy's like, "I love our country," and
then they're all celebrating. And what drives me nuts is again the hypocrisy. What happened to "Shut up and skate"?
Yep.
So all the right people, the right-leaning people showing the pictures of Jack Hughes with the freaking busted up teeth and the American flag. That should have been just taken for what it was. But then, they tried to transform it into a political statement. I don't know Jack Hughes' politics at all, nor do I care. But I was like, where's the "Shut up and skate" people? Oh wait, they're on the left. Because they're the ones who were just saying with the other guy 10 minutes ago, use your platform, girl. Okay. It completely, and the people saying this stuff, not hockey people. So I don't really care what they think about the game or the players or anything else. Don't know offsides from icing. I really don't care. Give a shit what you think about it. So.
But and then you had then of course Kash Patel sitting there drinking with the people, drinking in the locker room, and then I guess Trump calls. Mm-hmm. And of course, the dude couldn't have just said congratulations. He had to make a fucking comment about the women's team, which, by the way, the women's team was also invited for the State of the Union, and they turned it down. Mm-hmm. Right now, they're still going to go to the White House, from what I understand. They just something happened. They weren't able to make it to the State of the Union. The men's team said yes, we'll go to the State of the Union. Of course, they politicized that. Oh, the women have common sense. Like they're still going to go.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't go to the State of the Union because they wouldn't. I wouldn't have gone. To be honest with you, I would not have wanted to go to the State of the Union.
No, hell no. It's hot. It's crowded. It took 2 freaking hours.
Well, and you're saying, okay, you can politicize this.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's all it's going to be used for. And it's just like, man.
You're going to be a punching bag for the other side. And then, so regardless of your personal political opinions on anything, you're going to be a punching bag for the other side. And then you could be the most liberal dude in the world. So now your people are using you as a target, and the other people are using you as a poster child, neither one of which is accurate. So I wouldn't go. Now, the White House, if I got invited to the White House, I'm going.
Yep.
I don't care if I hate the president who's in there and disagree with all the... How many times do you get invited to go to the White House?
Zero.
So I have a friend, and every time some athlete who he like, oh, he went to the White House, he's a Trumper, and I'm writing him off. Like, dude, if you write me off too, because if I get invited to go to the White House, I'm going.
Right.
Doesn't mean I support. Well, what other chance you going to get to go there?
Chances, if you're a pro athlete, you may be lucky enough to get one championship in your life, and that's going to be your one opportunity to get invited to the White House. You go.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Again, it doesn't matter. You're right. It doesn't matter whether that person aligns with your political viewpoints or not. That's a once in a lifetime opportunity that no one else really gets.
Yeah. Tom Brady went to the White House under Bush, Obama, and Trump. So he won so many over such a long period of time.
Got pictures with all three of them.
Yeah. But he goes, Bush, nobody cared about because he's the uniparty. But people did. Now all those people, I guess, support Bush politics. I don't know.
Oddly enough, Democrats love George Bush now.
Yeah.
Just like they love Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that about?
So
they used to call Dick Cheney Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he was the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
Literally a war profiteer.
I almost spilled my drink out. That was.
Like, there's not much difference between Dick Cheney and Krupp. Like, it's the same shit.
Well, I mean, shoot. Next thing you know, they're gonna be like Paul Wolfowitz was amazing too. Like what?
So yeah, so they're okay with Tom Brady visiting the White House under Bush, Obama. It's the greatest thing ever. Trump, we hate you now, dude. I'm going to the White House. Sorry. So for all my left-leaning friends, and I have a lot, just know that if I'm ever on a championship team and I get invited to the White House, I'm going. I'll steal the freaking. Everyone boost something out of the White House.
Damn right.
I'll take an ashtray or freaking coaster.
I'm taking whatever is nailed down.
Yeah.
I'm taking something, and I'm going to hang that shit somewhere in my house.
Yeah.
Be like, I stole this from the White House.
Yeah.
Because I'm an idiot.
Right.
I'm going. Like, I'm not gonna. I will not be invited for being on championship sports team because I've let that dream go. But if I'm invited for any other reason,
right.
Hopefully it's not a bad reason, like I murdered someone. Hopefully it's because I did something good, and there's like a ceremony type of thing. Mm-hmm. I'm going to boost something. Yeah, I don't care if I got to boost something out of the bathroom.
Right.
I'll boost like White House toilet paper. Although I'll be pissed off if there isn't like monogrammed White House toilet paper. Like, what are we doing? What are we, third world country?
Right.
Like, we can't put the picture of the White House on the toilet paper.
All the money we piss away.
Yeah.
We couldn't piss some money away on that.
Literally in the bathroom. Yeah. We couldn't piss some money away in the bathroom. What the fuck? Like,
they're probably already spending $50,000 a roll for it anyway.
I'm not one of those people that doesn't think like we shouldn't be doing some extravagant shit.
Yeah.
This is the most prosperous nation in the world. We should be showing some extravagance.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
some
look,
opulence.
Am I in favor of the gold decor that Trump has? No, I think it's tacky.
Yeah.
Is it extravagant to go? Oh, yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we need to do that a little bit. Like, hey, when people come to the White House, it shouldn't be in a fucking tent.
Oh, if I go to the White House, I'm also, like, I try to maintain a strict home field advantage when it comes to pooping. Mm-hmm. But if I go to the White House, I'm taking a shit.
I got to take a shit in the White House. I got to.
And I just want to see if the experience is different.
Right.
And also, but imagine you go there and you're thinking like, this is the White House. You're gonna have like good toilet paper, and you get there and it's like
there's a tile cracked on the floor.
Yeah, or there's like the toilet paper is like freaking
Scott's One Ply.
Yeah,
no,
like rough tough. It's like John Wayne.
No.
It's rough tough and don't take shit off no one. And you're like, dude, what? Like my whole world would crumble.
If that happened though, I would come out with the toilet paper and hold it up.
As
Be
a
like, what the fuck is this shit?
Right.
Literally, it might have shit on it.
No, it won't.
No, it won't because it won't cling on to anything. Like, yo, this toilet paper is really fucking bad.
It doesn't work at all.
Like we can't afford 2-ply in this country.
Like I have better toilet paper at my house.
Yeah, I do. Like you couldn't get that Costco stuff. Like, well, come on.
Yeah,
it's $14.98 for a 30-pack.
It's the huge industrial roll that they have of 1-ply, and you need to use like half the roll.
Jeez. Gotta get that big ball going.
Yeah.
You gotta get, because if you use too little, your fingers break through. If you use too much, it ain't gonna take shit off of you.
No.
So you gotta get that sweet spot.
Yeah.
Which at that point is just like, okay, maybe I should just sit on the sink, if I can, turn the faucet up.
DIY bidet.
Bidet myself.
Now, back to serious conversation in hockey.
Yeah.
The women won too.
Yes.
And you would text me about the differences in between the two games. Mm-hmm. And so generally IIHF, International Ice Hockey Federation, they play on an Olympic-sized rink, which is bigger. Right. It's wider. However, which initially the European players, when they first started coming to the NHL, had difficulty with, because it makes the game that much more physical. This Olympics, the stadium, the rink, was an NHL-sized rink.
Really?
It was not an Olympic rink.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I think because they were rushing to finish that thing. So it was an Olympic rink, or I'm sorry, it was an NHL-sized rink, and I forget the exact dimensions, but it's a narrower rink surface, which increases the physicality and decreases the passing. So less of an emphasis on speed and finesse, and more of an emphasis on just being, on size and strength. The women's game, however, since they're smaller, and they're not as fast, sorry ladies, you're not. And I'm not comparing myself to an Olympic ice hockey player on the women's team. I'm comparing a men's Olympian to a women's Olympian. That's why they're two separate games, right? Mm-hmm. Two separate categories. Because they're smaller and not as fast, the game's different. And some would argue it's more pure because it's not just hitting knocking the shit out of each other. But those girls, they played hard, and that was a great game too. I watched that one at work because I have TV in my office, so I was.
So I watched the women. I watched more of the women's game than the men's game. But I had watched the semifinal game for the men, and it looked crowded. But it's also the way I see NHL games. Mm-hmm. Like I wish the NHL I like more passing, more finesse in a game than the brute force.
Yeah.
So I like it better on the Olympic size rink. And when I watched the women's game, I got more of the game that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed the women's game more when I watched it. Mm-hmm. Not because they won. I mean that helped, but the passing. It seemed I don't know. It seemed like more skill, whereas I feel like some of the men's goals. Now, I mean the Jack's goal was skill, but I feel like some of the men's goals. Sometimes it's just get it in the zone, hope for a rebound, and so because the goalie's moving, and you're trying to get it in because the goalie's moving.
Yep.
It's not so much one-timers. It's not so much. It's more of let me flick it in towards the goal, hope I get a bounce, and get it in, rather than a nicely laid out play, like 2 to 3 passes in the zone, and then a shot on goal.
Yeah.
And I felt like the women's game had more of that. Mm-hmm. And I equate it more toward and this is going to sound really bad, in NHL 94, you had your crisp passing and then one-timers. And it was more, I feel like it was more skill-based. Mm-hmm. rather than physicality based.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why, like, I've stopped watching some NHL because I feel like it's gotten to that point. It's almost like the men's game needs to go to like 4-on-4 to get a guy off the rink to kind of get more of the passing back in the game.
That's why people really like the 3-on-3 overtime format.
Yes,
because it just moves, and it moves in a certain, because there is more space, and that's where the speed and the passing starts coming out. There are certain aspects where, some finesse moves aren't going to happen at 5-on-5, because you're just going to get laid the fuck out. And I believe the women they hit, but they don't hit the same way the men do.
no.
So
there's less mass behind
yeah,
it. I mean, you're talking about a 150-pound woman versus a 185-pound dude.
yeah,
And some of those dudes are over 2 bills, and like 220,
like
240, 250.
Alex Ovechkin, the number one goal scorer of all time. He just had to get that in there.
I get it. Like, I would too. If I had won that bet, I would do it too.
That
So
massive $5 bet.
Yeah, I can't even bitch.
That was the true winning. It wasn't the bet itself. It's the fact that it's a lifetime of being able to mention that he's the number one goal scorer of all time.
That's true. And don't worry, if it went the other way, I would be saying the number 2 goal scorer
Right.
of all time.
He weighs 240 pounds,
Yep.
and that's what he says. And he's a big boy.
Yeah. He weighed 240 when he came in the league. He's probably up around the 250, 60 range now.
Yeah, but it's not as fast as he used to be. And when I watched him live, like, he's old.
That's like Vince Wilfork saying he was 345.
Yeah.
Like, no, brother, you're pushing 4 bills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back in the day, Vince was not a small man.
Yeah, as a former 400-pounder, I think I'm authorized. I have the authority to make that call.
Someone asked me one time who was my favorite player in the NFL. And to this day, it's probably still, it's either Warren Sapp or Vince Wilfork. One, because they're massive probably more Vince, because Vince was massive.
Yeah.
But he also talked that shit. Well, actually, Sapp talked more shit. Wilfork was like a super nice dude, apparently. So he would like bowl somebody over and he'd be like, "Hey, that was a great play, man."
Yeah.
Like the voice didn't match the body.
Yeah.
And so I wish he would do more interviews, but he doesn't. But he had such a round belly. And I think they would list him sometimes like 320. I was like, that dude is not 320. He's like, he might be 420.
Yeah.
But
So the men and women both win.
yep.
Well, of course, out comes freaking shit politics again. Now, the Kachuk brothers, I'm not a fan of the Kachuk brothers. I was huge fans of them during the Olympics, but generally I'm not. So they end up, all the shit posts in politics come out. And I saw a video, there's a woman who's, I guess it was a TikTok, and she says, all right, men's team versus women's team, loser gives up their voting rights. And I'm thinking to myself, are you fucking retarded? Like, just absolutely insane. And there's a lot of this crap floating around. There's a whole bunch of posts with, oh, sign her to the NHL. Like, it would be a safety issue. And clearly these aren't hockey people. They don't know the difference. But then just to inject the politics into it at that level, like, women can do a lot of things that men can do. A lot of times they can do it better. This isn't one of those things.
Well, and it's like, why was there a comparison?
Yeah.
Why can't both wins be amazing?
Yeah.
Like, and of course, like with the women's team, of course they made it all about the black girl on the team.
Who's freaking awesome.
She's amazing.
But
and she wasn't the one that did it.
Yeah.
It was everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's like, can we just enjoy the fact that they whooped up on some people?
Yeah.
Like, regardless of the gender. And like, we don't need to start talking about pro leagues for women
Yeah, which
in
they
hockey. I'm sure they do. But it's like, why can't we just enjoy this win as the U.S. women's hockey team? Just like I enjoyed the last one.
Right.
Because, yeah, it's like when women's U.S. soccer used to beat the fuck out of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, which is all a result of Title IX.
Which is great.
Yeah.
And then when the women's team sucked in soccer, and was like, oh, well, you only don't like it because of Megan Rapinoe. No, I don't like it because they haven't won. They've literally taken women's soccer like to a mediocre status.
Yeah.
When they used to dominate shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would like to dominate again.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to stick it to China.
Yeah.
Or some other country.
This is sports.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And results matter in sports.
especially when you represent the country.
Yeah.
And the other thing, like, if you win, don't say you don't like the country.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, if you were ashamed of being American or didn't like, then don't represent the country.
Yeah.
No, I get it. You're getting paid to do it. Okay, well, if you're that principled that you're going to say it during a press conference, then be principled enough not to take that cash either.
Sure. Yeah. Don't wear the uniform.
Right.
But the thing is, you can make the distinction between my father was a very left-leaning person. Now, he died in 2013, so the definition of left has changed considerably since then, so I'm not sure where he'd fall now. However, when he was alive, he was a left-leaning person, so was my mom. And my dad used to say, he would say, I love my country, I don't much care for my government, right? Which I think is a very fair, and meaning, not like he wanted to overthrow the government, meaning he didn't support or agree with the policies of the U.S. government. You can love the United States of America and vehemently be opposed to what the government is doing. There's two separate things. So I think a lot of times people conflate those two things. They put them together and they assume that every single person is supporting the policies and agrees with everything the government does, when I think most people disagree with most of what the government does.
Well, look at it this way. Like, so, and I've said this before. I'm of Armenian descent.
Mm-hmm.
Does it mean I hate Turkish people?
Right.
No. Turkish people today didn't do shit to the people that or my ancestry.
Yeah.
Can I dislike the Turkish government for not acknowledging it?
Sure.
In the way that the rest of the world sees it? Yes, I can dislike that, right? But, or like, could I I can disagree with, like you said, the government of America. I don't hate Americans.
Right.
As an American. Like, I don't hate the country.
Mm-hmm.
Because I still believe in what the country believes in.
Yeah.
The people of the country believe in,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so, if you're going to go represent a country, go represent the people of that country.
Yeah.
You're not representing the government of that country.
Yeah, the U.S. government doesn't fund the Olympic team.
Well, do they?
I don't think so. I mean,
Even if they did, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to agree with the president or the politics of the country at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because they change.
Yeah.
And it's going to change again.
Mm-hmm.
It will. Guaranteed. It's happened throughout history.
Yep.
It might not happen tomorrow. It might not happen in the next election. But it will happen. It will swing back the other way. And that alone is something to be proud of. That the handover of government has happened.
Mm-hmm. Right. So according to DuckDuckGo,
oh, okay.
The U.S. government does not fund Olympic athletes. It's the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee relies on private donations and sponsorships to support the athletes. So,
okay.
Yeah. So they do. Now I know in other countries they do.
Yeah.
Like the Soviet Union. Like one of the big things when the Soviet Union existed and why the 1980 team beating them was such a big deal was because the Russians were all. It was the Red Army team. They were in the army, and their job in the army was to play hockey.
Right.
So they were completely funded and supported by the Soviet government. Where the American team, they were a bunch of college kids.
They use them like the Navy uses the Blue Angels. Mm-hmm. It's a promotional tool.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I think that was the same with all the Russian Soviet athletes at the time, where,
it's a symbol of national pride.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the East German women's powerlifting team, all freaking juiced up and they were actually having to check to see whether they were actually girls and that sort of thing. But they were all funded by the Soviet Union, from all those Eastern Bloc countries.
Dude, that ended up being that was one of the longest running jokes, was the East German women's team, powerlifting team, and the East German judge. Mm-hmm. Remember that? Oh, the East German judge gave him a 2. It was always that was always the running joke back in the 80s and 90s, the East German judge.
Yeah,
I remember that. I don't know why that came to my mind, but good old East Germany.
Yeah. So
gone but not forgotten.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't understand. I mean, I get it. People are so tribal and their politics become their identity that they can't separate the two and just be happy. Now, it doesn't help that Kash Patel's in there partying with the team. When I saw that, I was like, that's kind of stupid.
Bro, you got to know how that looks.
Yeah.
And you got to know. So, rather than it becoming the U.S. men's hockey team winning, it became, well, what's Kash Patel doing in the locker room drinking beer?
Yeah.
This is what he's got time for? Fuck, man. The guy can't have and he flew private. Fucking A, man.
Yeah.
You can't win.
Yeah. But they don't have a problem with all the climate czars flying private jets all over the place.
That's okay. John Kerry flying private all the time. It's funny. Oddly enough about John Kerry, there's this one ex-CIA guy making the rounds to sell books, named John Kiriakou. Uh-huh. He's been on a bunch of podcasts and stuff because the ex-CIA got put in jail for outing the Guantanamo torture thing. And so I guess he worked for John Kerry and said John Kerry is the biggest douche, biggest narcissist asshole he ever met. But he's also we worked for a lot of on the Democrat side, but even he's turning around, he's I might be a Trump fan here, but different things. But if you get a chance, I would definitely say try and find some of his clips because they're really interesting stuff. Mm-hmm. But that was just my tangent on John Kerry. But yeah, the problem with having the Olympics in Europe, and this isn't a political thing, it's just the time zone difference. Having that game at 8 a.m. Imagine if you're on the West Coast, it's at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Other weird things, South Korea, this is for all the K-pop fans out there. Apparently, so BTS is a boy band in Korea.
Yeah.
And they took a 2-year hiatus to do their military requirement. Because every man has to do a 2-year. I don't know if it's women too, but everyone has to do a 2-year military requirement. So they had to stop their boy band. They had to stop being a boy band, and they went into the army.
It's like when Elvis got drafted.
Yeah, and so they're making a comeback this year, and apparently every single concert has been sold out. It got sold out immediately. Mm-hmm. This is a big deal around the world. Maybe not necessarily in the U.S. But
I think it's probably a big deal. Maybe if I had a 12-year-old daughter, it would be a big deal.
One of mine likes K-pop.
Yeah,
but
I didn't even know they were on hiatus.
Either did I. But you want to know who's a big fan? My mother.
Oh, really?
Yes. My mother's gone full in on South Korean shit. She watches the South Korean soap operas on YouTube.
Did she watch K-pop Demon Hunters?
Probably. I mean, it's wild. My mother's, I think she's 75-ish. She's just rocking this Korean wave of whatever. Which is, I do think it's funny that, certain minorities in this country think that there's cultural appropriation. Meanwhile,
nobody cares about that.
Well, no. So you got this K-pop band. Mm-hmm. So there's a K-pop band called Cat's Eye, which my daughter's really into. And they had this song called Gabriella. Dude, if I listened to it, I was like, oh, this must be a Latina group. It's 3 Koreans, dude. 3 South Korean girls doing K-pop. And they got Spanish lyrics in it. From 3 Korean chicks. I'm like, and no one's saying shit about this? Why is it only bad when white people do it? But anyway.
Well, white people are the oppressors.
We are.
Duh.
Yeah. So Anyway, so they're going on tour. I think it's called the Airy Rang Tour. Some shit I can't pronounce. I'm surprised it has R's in it. But anyway, so my mom's like, "Can you sign me up for a Netflix account?" So apparently Netflix is showing the first concert back
Oh.
at 4 a.m. And my mom was like, "Well, I'm probably not going to wake up for that." I was like, "Okay, well, do you want me to get you the Netflix thing or not?" Because she's like, "Well, will I be able to watch it after?" Mm-hmm. I was like, "I'm pretty sure you can still watch it." But of course, like, there's no information about it. It's not like, here I am trying to help like a 75-year-old woman figure out how to watch a K-pop band on Netflix. But I was surprised, like, sold out around the world. These K-pop dudes, like, I'm like, that's amazing. Apparently, K-pop taking over the world because now I guess it's just now coming to the U.S. like over the last few years. And to think the first K-pop star we ever had was that dude Psy in the Gangnam Style.
Oh yeah.
Doing that weird funky dance.
Yeah.
But we were talking about the Olympics, which South Korea didn't. I don't think they won any medals.
No.
In the Winter Games.
But
the time, I think I was talking about the time zone difference was the issue. They need to, and this is very American snobbery out of me. Like, if I'm going to watch it, it's got to be in a time zone that I can watch it in.
At least when being awake, like 8 a.m., that's not. I usually wake up at 4:30, so it's not like, oh, I got to be up at 8. That wasn't a big deal. It's kind of like when my kids are playing baseball. 8 a.m. is not baseball time. No. I played ice hockey, so 8 a.m. that's a really late game time. Usually you're home by 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. You're done. Mm-hmm. But to be at a baseball field at 8 o'clock in the morning, like baseball's gonna be sun up, warm, or evening, with under the lights. But yeah, I think you're right with the different time zones make it rough. But then it's international, so we can't be,
can't hog it all.
Yeah,
right?
We can't be so thinking, oh, everyone has to adjust to us. We got to adjust to them. But
why can't we be like that?
Everyone else can be. We just can't be.
Right. All right.
So
we're greedy.
At least on the West Coast, but like that's one of the reasons why a lot of 4 o'clock kickoffs are West Coast games.
I'll be honest with you, the World Cup is going to do crazy numbers when it's in the U.S.
Yeah.
Like crazy numbers. Like I remember when the Women's World Cup was in the U.S. back in like the 90s.
Yeah.
That shit, everyone was watching that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember, I think the Men's World Cup was in America.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching the U.S. men's team with Landon Donovan made that run into like the final 16 or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember we were in Florida visiting my in-laws at the time. And it was me, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and my wife. This was before kids. And we went to like a regular like kind of sports bar joint down there. Like it was like some chain sports bar. Mm-hmm. It was packed full of people watching like just one of the men's games. Packed.
Yeah.
And this was before the soccer boom. This was like before the MLS boomed.
Yeah. And I wish I've tried to watch soccer and get into it. Mm-hmm. I'm not. My kids don't play it. I never played it. It's boring. So I
don't find it that boring though.
I do. And I think it's because I don't know enough about the game. Again, a lot of people don't like watching ice hockey, and I get it. There's a little puck, it's hard, there's stuff going on all over. I've often said, you could make the puck invisible to me, I can tell you where it is. And just because I know what the players are doing to be able to, it's not exactly, but generally where it is, I'll know. So soccer, I don't know at all. So I don't know like when something good happens because I don't even recognize it. And there's stuff other than goals. And then the whole time thing is weird, like, oh, we're in extra time. Like, does this shit ever end? And then they have the dumb cards. So European, like, oh, here's your card.
But so as I played back in the day, and I think one of the things that people would really like is that there are no commercials. Mm-hmm. Like they play a half, and then there's a halftime and commercials and all that shit, and then they play the other half, And they took this from the World Cup when they commercial free, and what they did was they put the commercial above the score box on the upper left hand corner, and it like had Snickers up there. Well, now what they do is they've got the advertisements along the side of the field, so you're always seeing ads.
Yeah, which I hate in hockey. I can't stand it.
In hockey, but in soccer, it doesn't interfere.
Yeah.
Like, it's not in the vision of play.
Yeah.
It's like off the edge, right? So one, no commercials. So the flow of play is steady. There's no TV timeouts. There's none of that shit. Mm-hmm. The extra time thing is just whatever time, like, because they roll around the ground and pretend like they're hurt and all that shit. Well, they want to make sure there's 90 minutes of actual play.
Right.
Rather than 90 minutes and the team can get hurt and kind of cut the game short. Mm-hmm. So what they do is they just add that time back on.
Yeah.
It's not like overtime or anything. It's just they're trying to get the full 90 minutes. And they let you know at the end of the second half, they put up the number. So at the end of each half, they'll put up, like, the guy stands there with and says, like, +4 mm-hmm. or +7 or whatever it is. And that's how much time you get.
But how do the players know, like, okay, we're going to kill them? Like, they don't.
What?
It's like the game supposedly ends, but no, there's extra time at the end.
I mean, the whistle.
Yeah.
You play until the whistle.
Yeah.
And it's usually the 3 whistle blows is the end of the game or the end of the half. And a single blow is for fouls and penalties. Yeah. And so whether you find it exciting or not, it's very much like a football game. Mm-hmm. It's very dependent on the style of play for that team.
Yeah.
So if you've got a team that's more defensive oriented and they're only taking like 2 to 3 shots on goal, that sucks.
Yeah.
Now if you watch a team
it's like watching the Devils when they played neutral zone trap.
Correct. Yeah. Or it's like 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Mm-hmm. Right. No one wants to watch that shit. Now, in soccer, it's like if I would recommend like watching like a Manchester City game. Mm-hmm. It's more wide open.
Yeah.
It's not positionless, but guys are moving all throughout the field, and they're passing more.
And I know that they have, if you took, like there's a difference between Latin American soccer. Like Latin American soccer is more flashy individual skills, whereas, say, Latin and South American soccer, then like German soccer is different than English soccer. Like the Germans are very technical, but I guess the English are very physical and.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Like, just like hockey, there's differences between European hockey and North American hockey.
Yep.
So I guess I just don't know, nor do I appreciate the game well enough, and no one's gotten me into it. Like, I didn't play baseball growing up, but my kids got me into baseball.
Yeah.
So I thought baseball was boring as hell when I was a hockey guy going to baseball games. Like, this is like painful. So.
I think, so with baseball for me, it's more nostalgia based for me. Mm-hmm. So like, I'll go to like a Bay Sox game and I'll sit there and I'll just enjoy the piece. Mm-hmm. Like I'll watch the game. So like, I always make sure to sit behind like the netting because I don't want to I want to be able to not pay attention to the game and not get hit in the face. Yeah. Right. But at the same time though, I'm going to watch. Like, I'm watching the game, but then I'm also enjoying my snacks. Yeah. Because for me, part of the ball game is the snacks. Mm-hmm. I got to get a hot dog. Yeah. At least one steamed dog out of the thing. Like, got to. Mm-hmm. And whatever else I get. Peanuts, maybe. So I can shell them and throw them out.
I got to get peanuts at a game.
And so for me, it's more the experience on the game itself. Mm-hmm. I don't like being crowded, though. Yeah. If the Orioles are super good this year, I'm probably not going to go in the middle of the season because it's too crowded.
And it's so weird because, like, the older I get, in your 20s, down for anything. Like, let's go out. Where are we going? Who cares? I'm going. And then you start, now I'm like, I don't want to go. There's no parking.
Right. But for me, it's always how crowded is it going to be? Because I don't want to be in a crowd.
Yeah. And I don't want to walk around and be nuts to butts with a bunch of people I don't know. And I like Bay Sox. In fact, when I go to Bay Sox games, I like to sit in the bleachers because it's more comfortable. There's more leg room and you can spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
The rigid arm seats, I'm like, when I go to see the Capitals and I've lost a bunch of weight, but still, like, I can't lose height. So my knees are jammed up into the seat ahead of me, and then my hip starts to hurt because everything's tight, and I'm like, this isn't fun.
But then even being smaller though, if you got it's easier for because we can put a small kid next to us, right?
Yeah.
But on the other side, there might not be a small kid. There might be a grown ass adult, and now we're. I don't want to be that close to a grown man.
And I'm a large human, regardless. Like if I was 9% body fat, I'd still be a large human.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting next to another big dude. Like it's funny because I'll go to a game and there'll be a dad sitting there, and like he'll have his kid to his left, and then our seats are like me, and so I'll sit down and then, hey, I'm going to switch this. So like me and this other never met each other before, don't know the guy at all. Like we both switched and put the kids next to each other.
Understood the assignment.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like we both understood the assignment. So we're like, yeah, that wasn't going to happen, homie.
That's what. So like our club's doing the Orioles thing. So like basically 100. We got 100 tickets. People can buy them.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be able to go. It's a fundraiser, so everyone pays like an extra $2 to $3 per ticket or whatever, and the rest of the money goes to the club. Great. Everyone still gets. It's still a discounted ticket. You still get to go to the Orioles game. Kids get to be on the field.
Yeah.
Super. And I'm like, oh man, I would rather they would have done it at like a Bay Sox game.
Yeah.
Where I know it would be a lot less crowded.
Yep.
Than having to drive into Baltimore. Like you said, pay for the parking. Like you go to the Bay Sox game, parking's free. Mm-hmm. Tickets are $9.
Yeah.
Like here's the thing: if our club would have done like they bought the $9 tickets, and they charged $15 for them, and $6 went to the club, I would 100% rather do that than go up to Baltimore.
Yeah. Well,
even though I'm an Orioles fan.
Yep. And then the Bay Sox do a cool thing too, where if you sell enough tickets, they give you a game at their stadium. So, yeah, we did it last year with my oldest at 13U. So, but it's got to be a 13U team because it's a 90-foot field.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could play a softball game there. It would.
They'd have to move the bases.
Yeah.
The max bases go 60 feet.
Yeah. So you're either moving the bases, like, and if they're, if they're younger girls, like, does the ball get out of the dirt ever? So.
Oh, the little tiny one?
Yeah.
No. No. I mean, 6U, they play with 7 kids.
Yeah.
Just because they don't need outfielders.
Right. It's not going there.
For 6U, no, of course not. It's like, at least with T-ball, they're hitting off a tee. With 6U softball, they're hitting off coach pitch.
Yeah.
They're not. I mean, they're hitting it on the ground.
Yeah. I mean, the 13U kids sometimes have trouble getting a ball to clear the outfield. So, yeah, but that's fun too. And now, granted, you're not using it as a fundraiser; you're using it as a chance for the boys to play on the big field.
But to be honest, though, even if you sold them at $15 a ticket,
yeah,
and made $6 a ticket,
yeah,
think about it, that's times 100 tickets. That's $600. It's still $600 in the as a fundraiser,
oh, yeah.
And the kids get to play a game on the field.
Yep.
There's worse fundraisers in life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's again with the crowds and parking. I'm with you. The older I get, like it's like, oh, I gotta ride the train there. Where do I drive? And I gotta park when I'm there. I gotta drive in the city, which I'll drive anywhere, but it just adds a level of. And my wife's all about like going things. I'm like, yeah, there's no parking.
My wife's the same way. They want to go do shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do anything. I feel like if I didn't leave my house ever,
yeah,
I think I'd be all right with that. Mm-hmm. In fact, I try to leave as little as possible.
Yeah. And I have friends like, hey, let's go to this concert. I'm like,
Oh, thanks. You mean that where it's going to be really, really loud and I can't hear anything?
And really loud and expensive, and then everyone's going to stand. And then it's a concert, so around here, so it's going to be in the summer, so it's going to be hot.
I took my kid to a 5th grade dance. It was freaking loud. It was just loud.
Yeah.
Of course, the kids are loud, but the music's loud. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm like, oh my god, I'm that old. I'm that age.
Yeah.
Whatever that age is, I'm it.
Yeah, I got there.
Yeah.
That flight has arrived. It's pulled up to the gate.
I'm like, hey, I'm now looking. If I'm going to go on vacation, I'm looking for the least crowded vacation. Like, where can I go that people don't want to see?
Yeah, so we're going to Disney this summer.
I'm going this spring, at the end of March.
Now, luckily, we're doing 3 days at Disney. Then we're taking I think 5-day cruise. Not a Disney cruise.
Okay,
no.
okay.
We looked at the Disney cruise, but
It's expensive.
It's expensive. They don't have a drink package. They don't have a casino on board.
But they do have the drop off the kid service.
Yeah. So Royal Caribbean has the same thing.
Do they? Okay.
It's called the Captain's Club or something. So we are all about going. I was fine without being a Disney cruise because I've cruised Royal Caribbean too. Nice crowd. Like it's not
Royal Caribbean is the one to go to, not Carnival.
Yeah. So, no, excited now. The Disney part, I'm lucky that I think we're not doing Magic Kingdom at all, which is fine with me.
We're not either.
They're
too much construction right now.
Yeah, and my kids, they don't want to go see characters and princesses. They're not toddlers. So I'm glad that we're skipping that. We're going to do Universal.
Epic Universe is new.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of people are going.
And Epcot.
Yep. They finished all the construction.
Yeah. So, and I'm the only thing I care to see at Disney is the Star Wars. I'm not a Harry Potter guy.
Yeah, we are.
Nerds,
we're going for the Harry Potter stuff.
Nerd sticks.
Hey,
the wands.
Hey.
Nerd sticks. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I don't know what a Duffledore and a Muggle Moor and I don't care. Nor do I have the desire to learn.
Have you ever read you haven't read the books, have you?
No, and I don't.
Man, don't say it until you read them.
I'm not.
Because you will get sucked in.
Not happening.
You will.
I'm not.
I promise you.
Nope.
Listen, for all the people that just unsubscribe because Mike doesn't like Harry Potter, listen, I like Harry Potter. I'm still on your team. I'm still in your tribe. Don't leave us yet. Just cost us 10 viewers. Or listeners.
Not into it. Never was. Probably never will be.
What if Harry Potter played hockey?
If he played like actual ice hockey?
Yeah, not Quidditch. Hockey.
I mean, is he playing like
Harry Potter on skates?
Do I get to watch Tom Wilson like knock his head off? Maybe.
I mean, the Harry Potter version of Tom Wilson is Draco Malfoy.
Yes.
See, come on now.
Don't know who that is.
You could be coming around.
Now I would. Remember the vampire movies? What were they called?
Like Twilight?
Yeah. I was never into that either.
Okay.
I always did think it would be cool though, because they have the vampires. And I was like, Darth Vader would kill them all. That's the.
So you'd be reading it just hoping Darth Vader would show up and just whoop ass?
Didn't happen. See, I bet you Darth Vader. And then I got an argument, not an argument, but a discussion, stupid discussion with my wife. She's like, she doesn't know anything about Star Wars. She's like, no, these are they're superhuman. Like they can't. Darth Vader's a human. I said, Darth Vader has the Force. He'd force choke them. Come on. This
it's one of those arguments.
Yeah.
Where you both get heated over it.
Yeah, and it means
about fictional worlds. And it's about to break your marriage up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I do participate in nerd activities with Star Wars. So
I did a nerd activity with some neighbors of ours. It was like one of those not a Dungeons and Dragons type of game. It was like 3 or 4 hours we played this game.
Goblin Quest?
No, it was a Zombicide. It was fun, man.
Yeah.
But I also kind of like those games where it's a little, as a kid, you order pizza and you hang out with your friends for like 10 hours and play when you had time for that shit.
Well, like Dungeons, I mean, it's cool because you invent your own character and play it. I have a friend, she's a fairly attractive woman who is like super into it. And when she told me she was into it, I was like, huh? Like, she could have told me, like, oh, yeah, on the side, I like to... You could have picked anything else. I would have... Like, she could have said, yeah, I'm a drug dealer. Like, okay. But no, when she told me that, I was like, huh? It's like when I went to go see my... a buddy of mine, he got hooked up with tickets from some lawyer. We went to see it was the Orioles-Yankees. We're sitting behind the... we're like 11 rows up, directly behind home plate. Great seats. So I met him in his house after work, and we're going to ride up together. So he's like, so he comes downstairs, and wearing a Yankees jersey, and his wife's standing there, and I see him come down, and she said, the look on your face, because I had no idea he was a Yankee fan, and he comes out, and the look on my face, she goes, I thought he came down wearing a dress, by the way you looked at him. I was like, what? What is this? And it turns out his uncle actually played for the Yankees. That's why he likes him. But I was like, dude, what? I don't know if we'd be friends anymore. Like, this is something you got to, like, disclose.
It's like one of the people on the board of the baseball club when he said he's a Yankees fan. I was like, stone faced. Like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, can he be on this board?
Right. Yeah.
Why was he disqualified? Because he's a Yankees fan and we live around the Orioles?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Automatic expulsion.
Because if he said he was a Nats fan, nobody cared.
No. It's just the Yankees and Red Sox around here are like freaking kryptonite.
Yeah.
You
And
can't be.
I don't know who the Nationals' rival is.
Phillies?
Is it? Okay.
Maybe. Phillies, anyone in the NL East.
Phillies, Mets.
I would say Phillies just because Bryce Harper left the Nats for the Phillies.
Yeah.
So
And
maybe
then there's probably some Eagles, Commanders stuff that spills over. Caps, Flyers hate each other.
Around here, if you were a Washington football team fan, you think the Cowboys are the worst.
Yeah.
That's that rival. I think
Yeah.
Giants and Philly are probably more like in the AFC North. It's probably it's Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and then I guess Cleveland, Cincinnati. But I don't even know if they believe that.
Yeah. I mean,
It's horrible.
I mean, the Browns are terrible.
Yeah,
So
have been forever.
Browns and will be forever.
That's wild. I don't know how you're that bad that long. Only been in the playoffs once in your
I
existence.
think you would have had enough, like, first-round draft picks, but they blow them on stupid picks like Johnny Manziel. And yeah,
Well, and the one you actually had that got you to the playoffs, you decided to trade away because you decided to grab the guy who got handies off Facebook.
for a sex offender.
Right. You thought that was a better...
Who's advising you, sir?
Right. who hasn't played a full season since you traded for him and gave him... oh, by the way, you traded for him with all of his baggage and then gave him probably the richest guaranteed contract in the history of the NFL at the time. Like, wow. Like, that was a... like
Slow clap.
Every decision in that process was miserable.
Right, was the wrong one.
You traded for him, bad decision. Gave him the biggest contract for an NFL quarterback and guaranteed money at the time when nobody else was doing that. Awful. Traded away the one quarterback who you did draft in the first round,
Who
got you to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Also awful. Like, why? And then you haven't made the playoffs since, and that quarterback has since gone on and been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Again. Wow.
The best quarterback they've had since they traded Mayfield has been Joe Flacco.
Right. I got a text responding to it real quick. From the wife. Kids being picked up for clinic. But yeah, I mean, so Olympics, yay.
Yeah.
And keep the politics out of the Olympics, please.
Yeah.
From both ends of it.
Yeah.
Athletes, just say you're proud to be part of them. Look, you're already wearing the shirt.
Right.
It's a little late to say you're disappointed in the country.
And the other thing is, especially for some of these, an Olympic win, to me, is not the same as a Stanley Cup. I think if you ask any NHL player what means more, I'm pretty sure they're going to go with Stanley Cup. However, some of these other sports, like if you're a figure skater or a skier or curling, like the Olympics are the apex. And you just achieved something you've worked your entire life for. And your first thought is to bring politics into it?
Yeah.
Like it's really weird. That's your first thought? Or that's even entering into the equation?
Well, I mean, it even goes back to so Kaepernick taking the knee.
Yeah.
You got I think it was one of the Bosas with the Make America Great Again hat. It's like, all right, athletes, we got to huddle up here.
Yeah.
Because we got to redefine, or we got to remember what the role is for you. Mm-hmm. It's not for you to be political. LeBron will bring you in on this conversation too. Yeah. Sports are there as an escape from everything else.
Yeah.
We just want to be entertained. We want to watch our sports. And when you bring other stuff into it, it takes away from that. Now you're just like everything else. Mm-hmm. And it hurts the brands to an extent.
Yeah.
And, it's just like, okay, guys, you want to talk about that stuff? Do it after your press conference for the sport you're playing.
Yeah. And the other thing is, when it's pregame, like your sole focus should be on doing everything. Like if I'm a coach or a teammate, everyone in this room Your sole focus has to be on winning this game. That's what we've been working for all week. Blood, sweat, and tears all week for this. But you're clearly not there. Your priority is not this team, is not doing your job, is not winning. Your priority is some statement. So why are you here?
Right.
That would be that. That goes for the MAGA hat. That goes for the kneeling. That goes for whatever you're doing. Your sole focus isn't on winning. Your focus is in other places, and I don't need you.
Yeah, man, it's so tribal, dude. And I don't know. There's a way out of this. I don't see it changing.
Mm-mm.
But let us know your thoughts on this. What do you think? Do you think athletes should use their platform to talk about their politics, or do you want them to keep politics out of the sports, just so people have a release or an outlet to just veg out, watch something without anything trying to rile them up, trying to make them angry? So let us know what you think. Want to thank Adam Chubbuck with Douglas Realty in Pasadena, Maryland. That's tacmd.com, TACMD.com. We'll see you next week.